Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Commodores will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will get the first crack at it here. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Flushed out of the pocket. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
To the air on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He's got his man. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. The Commodores are in the hurry-up. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Across the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's loose. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Commodores have this offense rolling. Give to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Complete downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's got it! Touchdown, Vandy!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. At the 30. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Hunter. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the right. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Muscling ahead on third and short. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun to give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They're trying to get to it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Calls his own number. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of it there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, these are the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points and you want to listen to analytics, you absolutely go for this.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
Wait, line getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Still running at the 40. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. They'll do the rest and make big gains.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Bulls his way forward.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Back to pass, it's Hunter. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Mississippi State, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to...
Oh, look out! He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldog! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. On first down from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Hunter. Makes the grab on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hicks. It's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
He wants to pass it on second down. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wreck. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. The Commodores want to crank the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. Third and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Yes, the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Mississippi State 28, Vanderbilt 17.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Catch in the middle, it's Gilmore. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Hunter. He's got it down the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Commodores want to move quickly.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Might as well stick with him. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Line getting set on 2nd down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run it to the right. And they pick up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll run play action. Let's it fly. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes in the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. The Commodores get enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And it's right down the boulevard.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
At the 40, there he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Now on the option. The pitch. Finds a crease at the 20. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when trying to stop this running game.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Yeah, and this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking for a man. It's Hunter. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown doors! The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
The give as they work on that clock. Across the 25, he's got room. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus